Okay guys, welcome back to the supplement review, and today we're looking at another product from a company that brought you Dark Side. Now this is Maximum Carnage from Alpha Neon. It's their new pre-workout and I'm really excited to get to try it. What makes Maximum Carnage different from Dark Side? Now Dark Side was the formula that had 250 milligrams of Cordyceps africana in there. It was insanely strong. There was no beta-alanine, no citrulline malate. It wasn't a pump formulation. So how is Maximum Carnage different to Dark Side? Well, as you remember, Dark Side was the formula that had 250 milligrams of Cordyceps africana. It had no beta-alanine. It was 5-gram serving size, and it really wasn't focused on pump at all. It was just more of a crazy stim product. Maximum Carnage is more of an all-round pre-workout, including a really nice pump element. So you've got citrulline and citrulline nitrate, which is an interesting combination. You've also got creatine hydrochloride. You've got 3.2 grams of beta-alanine, so you get the tingles that I like. And there's a few other ingredients in here that are really interesting. There's one or two things I've got to go look up, including Cordyceps mushrooms. I'm not 100% sure. The name rings a bell, but I can't quite put my finger on why. So I'm going to go and look that up, and then I'll get back to you guys and tell you what they are.
Spores from a parasitic fungus called Cordyceps have infiltrated their bodies and their minds. Then, utterly disorientated, it grips a stem with its mandibles. But this is the reason why. Like something out of science fiction, the fruiting body of the Cordyceps erupts from the ant's head. It can take 3 weeks to grow. And when finished, the deadly spores will burst from its tip. Then, any ant in the vicinity will be in serious risk of death. The fungus is so virulent, it can wipe out whole colonies of ants.
No, it will be fine. You're not an ant. Cordyceps mushrooms only affect ants. You're apparently a human. I wouldn't worry about it.
Okay, so apparently it's not the end of the world. I sent some samples of this out to a few people to test, so this is what the public had to say about Maximum Carnage.
So, mixability wise, mix well, there's no real clumps. It's very nice taste, it's something you can definitely drink all day.
Today I used Maximum Carnage pre-workout provided by Alpha Neon and by the supplement review. I thought it mixed well, the flavour was good.
Right, so just had my second sample of Maximum Carnage. Mixed well, no grainy grizzly bits. Taste was alright. Not that taste bothers us, I've had a lot worse.
The mix is very good. Taste is really nice actually compared to some pre-workouts which I've tried in the past. I'll let you know how I go with it. Speak to you soon.
Right, quick review, the Maximum Carnage pre-workout. First, taste, mixability. Mix well, fine, no problems. Taste, normally I won't stray too far away from a sort of fruit punch flavour pre-workout, that's my go-to. This had more of an appley flavour, but it was nice. It wasn't just drinkable. It was enjoyable. It was a nice tasting pre-workout.
Mixes well. Let's try this shit. Taste-wise, it's good. It's nice. How does it mix? Mix good?
Yeah, man. See how it tastes now. Mixing was good. Yeah, nice taste, man.
I don't know what's that, but yeah, nice tastes good.
So just finished using the Maximum Carnage for a push session and really like it. It's got incredible focus. Not too much stimulants, which is nice. You get really nice clean focus the whole way throughout.
All round a good pre-workout. I had a session training legs and my lifts went up, the strength was there, the focus was there, the pump was there. And it felt like I didn't have a come down or anything after it. I felt it was dosed just right. By training using that, I enjoyed it. I felt like the session was good, it was strong, I didn't sweat profusely, there was no come down after it, I didn't have shakes. It was a good round pre-workout, it's something I would recommend and I would look to buy.
The performance, I thought was very good. I felt pumped instantly after 1-2 sets. Overall, I would give it 8 or 9 out of 10. And I would definitely buy some, which I probably will when the one I've got runs out, so it's definitely a thumbs up from me.
Hi, so I've had my workout, come back. The pump is crazy on it, absolutely amazing. The focus all the way throughout the workout, never let up, no dips, absolutely brilliant. No crash at all on it. I'm still feeling some effects now, a couple of hours later. And all in all, I'd recommend it. It's a good product, although it is geared again to more towards a bodybuilding type of workout.
Strength, legs at the start of the week on this, brilliant. It's a strong pre-workout. I hit 3 PRs, 3 different exercises on my leg session on Tuesday, and then following day push session, shoulders and chest. Again, brilliant session. I hit 1 or 2 PRs on that again as well. So to say this is a good, effective, strong pre-workout is an understatement. I will definitely be using this product again and recommending to a friend. And the other thing to note is this is the only time I've ever crashed off a pre-workout.
The first 10 minutes, until now, still a bit lightheaded, so yeah, so it's a bit too strong.
Headache and shit.
Yeah, it's a bit too strong for that, what I mean?
It's a no-no for me.
Yeah, it's a no, for real.
Yeah? Thanks.
Thanks, man.
Okay, so thank you very much to the guys who gave us their opinion on Maximum Carnage. So, what do I think about this product? Flavour-wise, this was raspberry lemonade. So you heard a couple of guesses there from our reviewers. It was raspberry lemonade flavour. The flavour is actually really good. And I mean like legitimately really good for a drink rather than really good for a pre-workout. They really killed it with the flavour. And I know the guy spent a lot of time and effort getting that right. So yeah, it really paid off. As a pre-workout, I like this. It's not super crazy stim heavy like Darkside is, which is good because I think it means it does fall into the category of pre-workout that you could take every day. There's some really interesting ingredient choices. Now, Rick Foster, who is the owner of Strom Sports Nutrition, he's a great formulator, very knowledgeable guy. He does our Ask Uncle Rick section where he breaks down the formula, and he's going to do that for us with this as well. So I'll leave some of the more technical details to him. But from a personal point of view, I like that it's got beta-alanine in. I like that you get the tingles and sort of the way up. You've got a lot of focus, you've got a lot of pump. It's nice to have everything in one product rather than having to sort of buy different things as well. I hit all of my strength goals training with this, and actually, yeah, I would recommend this. Now, personally, I would say that this is one of the better pre-workouts on the market. It's definitely going on the good side of the board. If you see it and you want to try something different, some really interesting ingredient choices in there, including the Cordyceps mushrooms. Yeah, it's a thumbs up from me. But let's hear from Strom Sports Nutrition owner Rick Foster about what his thoughts are on the formula. So let's ask Uncle Rick. Is Maximum Carnage any good?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you're watching this. My name is Rick from Strom, and this is the supplement review. This week, Tariq has asked me to have a look at Alpha Neon Maximum Carnage. It's quite a complex formula, not complex, but there's a lot going on. So I think this is a relatively new formula from the guys at Alpha Neon. Their other formula, I forget the name of it, but the one with the Cagelia is probably a bit strong for me. This is more interesting. Only 150 milligrams of caffeine, so that's quite low, but as we know with other stimulants in the ballpark, that doesn't necessarily have to be low. But that for me is an appeal. I don't like more than 250 milligrams of caffeine total. So we've got beta-alanine at 3,000 milligrams, Neosdamic clinical. Citrulline malate at 3,000 milligrams. Now I would normally at this point go, oh well, that's not clinical dose, it's not even a particularly useful dose. However, it's paired with 2,000 milligrams of citrulline nitrate. Citrulline nitrate is not an ingredient that you see very much of. Nitrate molecules bonded to most things obviously can help with pumps. Citrulline already helps with a pump. Nitrates are tricky, some manufacturers won't work with them. Nitrates traditionally associated with fertilizers. They can be tricky to handle, but should be a nice ingredient. The only one that I know some manufacturers won't touch is sodium nitrate because it can be flammable. Creatine hydrochloride, 2,000 milligrams, a little bit higher than some people would regard as a clinical dose, so that again is good. It's going to help with strength. Creatine HCl is one of the only creatines that I think offers a real benefit over mono because it is very light in the stomach and it does get serum blood levels up quicker than normal. 1,000 milligrams of glycerol. You'll see some companies talk about using Hydromax instead of glycerol because it's the patented version and therefore better. The molecule is the same. So although it might not clump as much, the molecule is the same, it's doing the same thing. 500 milligrams of alpha GPC. Alpha GPC is an ingredient I like. You get 250 milligrams of it in StimuMax Pro, so obviously 500 milligrams of it is going to appeal to me. I think that's a really good dose, particularly when you compare it with the fact that it's a low stim product. 500 milligrams of Cordyceps is interesting. Cordyceps have been around for years and years. They were actually quite an old school supplement that's kind of come back in vogue. It's an adaptogen. It can do lots of things in the body. The thing that's tricky with Cordyceps is it's very hard to say that it definitely does specifically this X, Y, or Z, but it can help improve VO2 max. It's supposedly supposed to help with kidney filtration. As an adaptogen, it can help your body recover and adapt to stress. Not an ingredient that I know a huge amount about on its own. It's normally something I would see in use with something like Pico 2, but beneficial, dosing's good. Whether it's of use as a pre-workout, I don't know at this point. 500 milligrams of L-tyrosine, a little bit on the low side for me, but still a decent dose. It's not underdosed. The next bit is the citrus bioflavonoids complex. I'm going to come back to that. L-theanine, 150 milligrams, reasonable. 150 milligrams of caffeine anhydrous. That's, again, it's a low dose, but I like that. It does mean you could 2-scoop this product without any real adverse effects. 100 milligrams of ginseng, again, reasonable. And really nice, 10 milligrams of bioperine. Bioperine binds to an enzyme in our urinary tract that removes things from our body, so you get a bit more bang for buck out of the products. With some ingredients that can yield a massive benefit, like curcumin, it can increase its bioavailability by 2,000%. With other products, it's less beneficial, but it's very rare that there's anything that it's not helpful with, in terms of supplements anyway. Dr. Dean pointed out the other day that you can't put black pepper extract in and increase the absorption and therefore effectiveness of a crap formula, which is very valid, but if it's in a good formula, it's only going to make things better. The same as estrogen, actually. The one anomaly with this product, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing, it's just that it's a bit of an unknown, is the citrus bioflavonoids complex, because it is a proprietary blend. Citrus adamantium is obviously something that is fairly well known as a stimulant. It converts, or it contains synephrine at a certain percentage. Now this blend contains citrus sinanis, sweet orange, tangerine, lime, lemon, acerola, rutine, hesperidin, and some vitamin C. That could be something that contains an awful lot of bitter orange and therefore synephrine. It could also be something that contains no bitter orange or synephrine. So if I assume that this bioflavonoid complex contains no stims, what you'll have is a good pump, a good amount of focus, and not too much of a stim. If this bioflavonoids complex contains a large amount of synephrine, you'll have something that's really quite strong. And without knowing the contents of that complex, it's very hard for me to say one way or the other. What I can say is that the formula is good. There's nothing in there that's chronically underdosed. There's a couple of things in there that are really nicely dosed. And I would certainly happily recommend it as a good pump and strength and focus pre-workout. The level of stim you get from it, I'd have to try it first before I could comment.